One of the ECHL social media kings talks about his off-ice interests. A South Division team makes a commitment to its longtime home. Plus, we feature a highlight game that's decided on the final play. It seems just about everyone is excited that it's time for another edition of ECHL Week.
Hi, welcome to another edition of ECHL Week. Coming to you this time from the Huntington Center in Toledo, Ohio, home of the Toledo Walleye. A lot of players in the ECHL are very active when it comes to social media, but one player in particular gets a lot of attention for his accounts.
Dan Milan of the Wheeling Nailers is in his 6th pro season, and most of that time has been spent in the ECHL. He finds many things about social media very appealing.
I like to just put myself out there and kind of just speak my mind. You know, Twitter, it's more like inspirational quotes or, you know, funny stuff that I feel like is relatable to everyday life that people experience but don't always like say or think of. Instagram, I like to put myself out there in a little bit of a more from my fashion standpoint, or just goofy and I don't know, just kind of be myself. I've been fortunate enough to have a very supportive group of fans. I mean, we've always had a good fan base everywhere I've played, and you know, they enjoy the players, and you know, they enjoy hockey, and so I think it's only right to give back and be respectful and be grateful to have them.
Of course, some of Milan's notoriety extends to the ice as well.
Just about every single game I hear somebody from the bench yelling, "Styling Milan," or saying, "Take another picture," whatever, "Take your shirt off," I don't know, just something. Guys are always saying something, but it comes with the territory, so it's not like I'm going to stop. It's not like I'm so used to it that it doesn't really affect me. You know, it's, you know, if you know who I am if you're saying it. So half the time I don't know who the people are that are saying it to me. So I take it as more of a compliment, to be honest.
Being a pro athlete, Milan's interests away from the ice help him create a balanced life with which he's quite comfortable.
Yeah, I think everybody has that outlet that they go to. Some people, you know, might take classes or play video games or play cards or whatever it is. For me, it's, I don't know, sometimes I just go in my room, put some music on, and have my ideas in my head and get creative, get weird, make some clothes and or draw or kind of whatever I feel like doing. I like bringing that creative outlet or having that creative outlet and kind of being able to bring my ideas to life.
At this point in his life, Milan's social media activity is a good fit.
You're doing what you love. You know, I play hockey. You practice. You're at the rink for 2.5 hours a day with your best friends, and you know, the rest of the day is yours. So again, and then I can be creative. I don't have to sit behind a desk. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just I get to do what I love, and I'm grateful for it.
News from around the league is next on ECHL Week.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
I'm Evan Richardson of the Tulsa Oilers, and you're watching ECHL Week.
Time to take a look at news from around the ECHL. Garrett Klotz of Kansas City has been suspended for 8 games, and teammate Eric Freschke has been suspended for 2, resulting from their actions in last Saturday night's game in Toledo. Klotz was assessed a match penalty for cross-checking the Walleyes' A.J. Jenks. That precipitated this third-period brawl. Klotz apologized to his team, the league, and the Walleye for his actions. "I want to be clear that I acted on my own accord. I was not sent onto the ice to do anything but play," Klotz said in a statement released by the Mavs. Hockey is an emotional game, and I did not contain myself appropriately. My actions were not indicative of who I am as a person or player. Freshke was assessed a major penalty for cross-checking and a game misconduct in the final minute of the match, which Toledo won 5-0. Both players were also fined. The Norfolk Admirals have signed a new lease agreement with the City of Norfolk, which will keep the team at the Scope Arena for the next 3 seasons. The agreement is a great indicator to the fans and the community that we are looking forward to a long and successful future in Hampton Roads, said Team President and Chief Revenue Officer Trent Ferguson. Next season will be the Admirals' 30th in Hampton Roads. The team, which rejoined the ECHL prior to the 2015-16 season, played 11 seasons in the league prior to spending 15 as a member of the American Hockey League. The Admirals are a staple in this community, and we plan to keep it that way for many years to come, said Admirals owner Arden Wiener. The Toledo Walleye have announced the schedule for the 2019 ECHL All-Star Weekend, set for January 18th through 21st. Included in the festivities in downtown Toledo during that time will be a fan fest, a 3-day youth hockey tournament, a winter brew fest at the nearby baseball field, the ECHL Hall of Fame luncheon, a walleye regular season game on Sunday the 20th, and the ECHL All-Star Classic and Skills Showcase. This will be the first time the All-Star event has been staged in the Glass City.
A Western Conference highlight game, and we meet one of the league's play-by-play announcers. Straight ahead on ECHL Week.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But I get it, you're busy, and busy people can't have prediabetes. I read that wrong. They can, okay? Just go to the site.
Hi, I'm Derek Nesbitt of the Atlanta Gladiators, and you can find me on Instagram at DNESB17T.
Time to take a look at our highlight game of the week. A couple of Western Conference teams this time.
That left corner board, collected by Platzer, walking back out in front, they shoot and score. Cutting back in front of the net was Dyson Stevenson. Beautiful pass. Wichita gets the puck out to center, 12:20 to go in the period. Back in the offensive zone, a shot on that trickles through. Lane Bauer. Now we're going to have a fight. Justin Vibe drops the gloves here with Guillaume Lapine in behind the goal. Lapine exchanging hard right hands. Justin Vibe gets the arm free. 2 along the top of the head, and then they'll both wrestle each other down. Danforth going in toward the net. A backhand on goal. Tipped in, they score! Jesse Schultz, far circle. Walks it back up top. Turns and fires a shot. It bounces in, they score! Chip it off the board. Stopped by Jesse Schultz. He'll bring it back in. Up to Danforth. He'll fire a shot. He scores! And with the assist, that is point number 800 in the career for Jesse Schultz. In ahead for Zombo. Back up top where it's held in for a shot from Beaudry that deflects in. They score. Across to Schultz. High side to Canodal. Back to Mazzino Magenda, who shoots and he scores! 19:25 left here in the third. Just inside the blue line. Turned over here for a pass. Out in front, they score. Here come the Clones back in. Shot on goal, they score! Cincinnati wins it. In overtime, off the goal, Justin Danforth.
Chris Steins of the Jacksonville Icemen, and you're watching the #1 source of ECHL news on ECHL Week.
It's time for Voices of the ECHL. Today, John Peterson of the Tulsa Oilers. Tell us about your broadcast partners.
I've been fortunate everywhere I've been to have both interns and other staff members that have been a huge help to me to make my life easier. And in Tulsa, I have a color commentator for home games, Zach Reynolds, who does a lot for me, both on the broadcast, but with setup, with press releases, with social media. And my intern, Courtney, does a wonderful job as well. So I'm very lucky to have the staff that I have helping me do what I do.
Does being a play-by-play man change how you watch sports at other times?
I just think working for a hockey team for the last few years has really impacted the way I watch a game. Not necessarily just broadcasting hockey, but every time I go to a game now as a fan, I can't really root for a certain team like I would before I got into the hockey industry. And I watch it differently now, whether it be from a system standpoint, which I'm still learning every day, or just a broadcast standpoint on things I would say or how I would handle something. So I definitely watch hockey differently now after a few years in the ECHL.
Any humorous mistakes you care to share?
There was a goal call that I had dialed up on a really nice goal. It was my first year actually in Evansville, and I butchered it. I was trying to get creative and go off the radar a little bit, and it didn't turn out how I liked, and sure enough the play wound up on Plays of the Week. So that one was one that I was laughing at myself for a while.
What's your most memorable ECHL moment?
In Evansville, my first year in the league, we had our Pink in the Rink weekend. The first night we had fans paint on the ice afterwards. The second night we played on that ice and we went to overtime. It was a comeback game. I think it was against Rapid City. And Nathan Moon tied the game late in the third period. We went to overtime and Chris Rumble scored the overtime winning goal. And he's actually someone who overcame childhood cancer and beat it. And he scored our game-winning goal on Pink in the Rink weekend. So I think for me that was a memorable moment.
That wraps up another edition of ECHL Week from Toledo, Ohio. Thanks for watching. Of course, you'll make sure to follow us on all our social media channels. We've got a bunch of them. Keep up to date on everything that's going on in the ECHL. See you next time.